Hello there, and welcome to the latest episode of Ilum Radio. We're your hosts, Dave the Bearded Menace, and with me always is my good friend and cosplay extraordinaire, Millie. How you doing tonight, Millie?
Doing great. Oh my god, there's so much news to talk about.
We
have so many feelings about what certain people are going to be at Celebration this year. Considering neither of us are going this year due to it being in a completely different country and travel's expensive these days, so
literally across the other side of the world.
Not going to bother with travel.
So tonight's date is February 13th, Monday, February 13th. We're going to talk about a couple things tonight. Obviously, the last two episodes of The Bad Batch, but most importantly, some Star Wars Celebration news. And by that news, I mean the updated guest lists of who are going to be there. So we're going to have basically the cast of Return of the Jedi, starting off with Caroline Blankston, the old school OG Mon Mothma. Next, we have Michael Carter, Bib Fortuna. Then we have Sean Crawford, Yakface. If you remember him, he was on Jabba's barge. And then Tim Dry, Jay Quilly, also on Jabba's barge, I believe. Mike Edmonds, Longray, he was an Ewok. And Mike Quinn, who played Nub. And of course,
Mike Quinn and I are Instagram mutuals, apparently.
Really?
Yes.
That is...
Not kidding.
That is pretty
dope.
Not
to flex, but we're not Twitter mutuals, we're Instagram mutuals.
I don't know, that's a pretty diesel flex if you ask me, man. That's pretty dope. Who else?
Oh.
God, I can't be mutuals. Tim Rose, Admiral Akbar, and Femi Taylor as Ula. If you guys remember her, if you guys don't remember her, she was the dancer who got eaten by the Rancor in Jabba's palace. But it doesn't stop there. We also have the amazing, beautiful, and lovely Rosario Dawson, who's going to be Ahsoka. Which means we might get...
Ahsoka's...
Oh, that's right, yeah. So we might get some more Ahsoka news. We'll have two Ahsokas there at Celebration, like Millie said.
I hope my prediction from last week is still true, because of a certain guest that we will talk about soon.
Billy D. Williams, who is always going to be Lando Calrissian, no matter what anyone says. Because as he said before... Lando never left. And last but not least, just rolled out, what was it, today? 7 hours ago, as of this recording. Ewan McGregor, who obviously Obi-Wan. Ian McDermott, which, again, not a big surprise. I think he goes to every single one.
Yes.
And also Andy Serkis, which is pretty freaking
dope. Of the prisoners. I'm sorry, I can't wait for him to... Well, I hope he sees the running of the prisoners that everybody's basically organizing for Celebration. I'm in the running of the prisoners Facebook group, so I'm sure there are plans for maybe them to run by the Andy's little booth there.
And if not,
maybe, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I haven't checked the panels or anything at all. Is he doing a panel at all, or we don't know?
Too early to tell.
Because if he's doing a panel, I'm
Perfect
pretty sure they're
opportunity.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, it means that people organizing the running of the prisoners for Celebration will have to coordinate with Disney.
That's true, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this is a Reed Pop / Disney event, so Disney has to approve it. So
that's true. That is true. Although,
again,
so far
running of the hoods have happened at past Celebrations, so
that's true. I
mean, what happens? I'm sure it will go as planned. So,
of all the conventions I've been to, Celebration's usually been the most fan friendliest to many degrees, very fan friendly.
Yeah.
Because I met Mark Hamill at a quick meet and greet at New York Comic Con. Was it 2018 or 2019? I think I met him.
Oh, wow.
5 seconds. I waited in line for like 2 hours.
Oh my god.
I literally rushed across Manhattan through Manhattan traffic because my buddy that I was with didn't want to take the subway, and
fair enough.
And just to get in line to make sure we were there to meet Mark Hamill, and literally 5 seconds. We went up, then like shook his hand, took photo, out. And that was it.
You still have the picture?
Oh yeah, of course I still have the picture. But it's like, and then you couldn't have your lightsaber with you. You couldn't have like anything with you whatsoever.
Oh.
And it's like, great. But then
So
I've noticed for Star Wars Celebration, it's a lot more kinder. I've noticed a lot.
Right.
But yeah, we will see what they do.
Well, at Fan Expo last year when Ewan McGregor was doing like photo ops, like apparently, if I remember correctly, I don't think people were allowed to bring their lightsabers to the photo op.
Same with New York Comic Con. So, although
Yeah, so New York Comic Con is also Reed Pop, but Fan Expo Boston isn't Reed Pop. It's a completely different like it's a completely different organization.
yeah, God, like I want to go to Fan Expo, but it'd feel really
Listen.
weird going.
If Hayden gets announced for Fan Expo, because Hayden's apparently going to MegaCon Orlando, which is basically done by the same people that do Fan Expo Boston up here.
Yeah.
Like if Hayden gets announced here, like I'm finishing up my Leia costume and going to take a picture with him. If that happens, that will encourage me to finish my Leia.
Nice.
Which I'm sure will be done because I just ordered the dress today, so.
Your impulse buy?
Yes, I'm an impulse buy. For those who don't follow me on Instagram and for my Instagram, I did like reveal it on my Instagram story. But yes, I am making a Leia. Her senatorial dress / ESPN scene dress. So it's the same costume, different hair.
Right.
So technically 2 costumes in one, but it's technically 1 costume.
So from the guest list that was announced for Celebration, you said you had feelings about one of them, possibly?
Okay. I called that Ewan McGregor was going to show up to this one.
Yeah.
Because, okay, we have Matt Lanner, James Arnold Taylor, Ashley Eckstein. Now we have Ben Christensen, McGregor, and Rosario Dawson. If these 6 people don't do a panel all together, I will be so mad, and that'll be such a missed opportunity there.
A double hello there.
And again, like, come on, like, please, like, make it like a tribute panel about like the 3 characters, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. And James Arnold Taylor and Ewan McGregor have never met, according to James Arnold Taylor. So, perfect opportunity for them to meet each other finally, because Rosario Dawson and Ashley Eckstein have met twice.
That's true. They
and
have.
Matt Lanner and Hayden Christensen have also met twice already. So come on, guys, break the internet, make the 2 Obi-Wans meet.
And I'm pretty sure Ashley Eckstein met Hayden Christensen also, right? I think that was a thing.
At
Yeah.
the Attack of the Clones panel.
Yep. So I mean,
No, Taylor missed out.
I mean, like, hopefully we'll see what happens. Just to get like a double, and of course we're not going to be there, which sucks. But
No,
a double.
they'll be all on the internet anyway.
That's
like
true.
all the panels, or most of the panels that, well, especially the big panels that they're going to be on the internet for sure.
Yeah.
Um.
It'd be nice to get a double hello there. That's all I want.
Yes, that will break the internet, honestly.
To just walk up, shake hands, hello there.
No, if there's like an Obi-Wan panel, just an Obi-Wan panel because of how popular the Obi-Wan show was, and just have those 2 as the hosts.
Yeah.
I'd pay to watch that, 100%.
So do you think? Because okay,
So
before when they were announcing guests, we said it was going to be every
Yes.
Monday. Now it seems to be
Well, now
Monday
it's-
and Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So
I mean, April's coming up pretty fast, so
It is.
it's almost March.
So who is left for them to announce if they're going to keep on announcing people to be at the show?
Literally anybody from Mandalorian.
Fair, true.
Because I mean, they already announced Ming-Na. They didn't announce Tem yet. Haven't announced Tem. He's a big player in this. Mark Hamill isn't doing cons anymore, unfortunately, and same with Harrison's not a big con guy, so I'm not expecting them to be announced. So unless something happens that they make a surprise appearance for a special like panel or whatever, like Harrison did for Indy 5.
So to date for autographs and photo ops, we have
Michelle Ang hasn't been announced. I don't think. Voices Omega.
You're right, she has not.
And she was at last year's celebration.
So we're just going from the top of autographs and photo apps, and we're just going to go through them really quick. We have Aiden Cook, who did Bolo, Two Tubes, Dr. Quadpaw from Andor, Andy Serkis, Anthony Daniels, Ashley Eckstein, Billy D. Williams, Caroline Blackston, again, Mon Mothma, D. Bradley Baker, obviously, Dennis Lawson, Ewan McGregor, Femi Taylor, Giancarlo Esposito, Gwendolyn Christie, Hayden Christensen, Ian McDermott, Idra Verma, who is Tala, James Arnold Taylor, Jonas Suatamo, Katie Sackhoff. I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going. Mads Mikkelsen, Matt Lanter, Matthew Wood, Michael Carter, Mike Edmonds, Mike Quinn, Ming-Na Wen, Rosario Dawson, Sean Crawford, Silas Carson, Tim Dry, Tim Rose, and Vivian Lara Blair. Sorry, she was young Leia. What's up?
Nobody from Rebels has been announced.
Exactly. I was going to say the exact same fucking thing.
Which means maybe they're saving it for the Ahsoka panel. I don't know.
No one from Rebels? Nobody from Solo has been announced?
Nobody from Solo. Nope.
Nobody
Unless you count Jonas.
Maybe, yeah.
But, I mean...
Other than Andy Serkis, nobody from
I'm honestly
Andor.
surprised Alden hasn't been announced because Alden recently got an Instagram account.
Really? Oh, that's right, you told me.
Yes.
At the very least, Donald Glover. Come on. Like...
Have them reunite. Have Billy Dee and Donald Glover reunite. Mm-hmm. They met at the red carpet.
No one from the new
Daisy
new
Ridley.
Yeah, I'll say no Daisy Ridley, no John Boyega, no Oscar Isaac.
No Donald Gleason. Come on, show us some Hux love.
Everyone, General Hux is gone.
Actually, no. Gwendolyn Christie was announced.
True. Oh yeah, that's right. She was. That's right.
Captain
Phasma. I forgot about that. Even though I just said her name.
Oscar Isaac is. I mean, probably too busy working with Marvel right now and other projects.
True, but I'm sure someone will like.
I mean, yeah.
Someone will slide him something to be at a celebration. Who knows? But I mean, we still have a lot. Like you said.
Yeah, I feel like Daisy Ridley, Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Jen Erso.
Felicity Jones. That took a second.
Felicity Jones. She's probably local. I'm surprised she hasn't been announced.
What's her name? Rose Tico, who played Rose Tico.
Kelly Marie Tran.
Yep.
Well, she was at last year's celebration.
True, but hey, they can still announce her and stuff.
True.
Like it's still.
Same with Billy Lord.
Yeah, Billy Lord. We still have a bunch of Mondays and Wednesdays until celebration. So
I mean, there's the Return of the Jedi anniversary, right? Mm-hmm. Warwick Davis. Has Warwick Davis been announced?
Not yet, but he's gonna be emceeing something. He
definitely will be. Considering he is Wicket.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait a minute, Warwick Davis hasn't been officially announced.
Was that Celebration Chicago? No, which celebration I was at? Or was it Orlando? We were basically in a panel with Warwick Davis.
Oh. I was gonna say I was at the Orlando celebration. I mean, not the one you were at, probably.
But basically, he was like killing time before they put something on the screen, and he started like walking around the crowd, basically, doing crowd work. And me and my buddy were all the way up in a corner, so there's no way in hell he would have came to us. But he went to like one row where it was like a guy sitting next to an empty seat, and he's like, "Hey, you're sitting next to an empty empty seatmate. Why? And he's like, oh, my buddy went to use the bathroom. He goes, your friend is using the bathroom right now, and I am standing next to the seat your friend was sitting in, and he's in the bathroom right now, and he's unaware I'm working the crowd. And his guy's like, no, and he goes, let's take a selfie so we can show your friend so you can see what he missed. And sure enough, he took a selfie with the guy in his buddy's chair, like, you're missing out, you know. You had to use the bathroom right at my panel. You could have met me, whatever, and then walked away. It's good times. On that note, unless there's more news we're missing.
Not as far as I know.
Yeah.
For Celebration. I
could have sworn there was something else Star Wars-y that may have been announced this week. Hang on one sec.
There was the animated kids show.
Oh yeah, the Jedi Adventures.
Jedi Adventures. We got a casting announcement for this. We already knew 3 of the voice actors. They're all kids, so.
Yeah, and it's gonna be premiering May the 4th. We did have some images from.
We have another May the 4th Star Wars show.
Mm-hmm. Lots of stuff to talk about. It's gonna be on Disney Plus and Disney Junior.
Man. Am I gonna watch a Star Wars kids show on May the 4th? Yes. 100%.
I better not be the only creepy guy watching a Star Wars kids show on May the 4th. I'm just saying, like, I can't be the only one. Yeah. Well, only one in our friend group. I'm probably not gonna be the only one in our friend group. I'm just saying, like, I want to know if someone else is watching it. Anywho, other than,
do you want to talk about who's in the cast, though? Like, I feel like we should tell people.
Let me see who's in the cast. All right, so straight from StarWars.com. The full cast list, the first cast list includes Jamal Avery Jr. as Kai Brystar, Juliet Donfeld as Liz Soleil, D. Bradley Baker as Nubs, which it's nice to see D. Bradley Baker back in there. Emma Berman as Nash Durango, Jonathan Lippow as RJ83, and Piotr Michael as Master Yoda. It looks cute.
I am not opposed to for a different person voicing Yoda, because technically Yoda is like 1,000 or so years younger than, because it's High Republic era, so.
That's true.
I'm curious to see how they interpret this Yoda's voice for this one.
So,
considering we've never on the High Republic Yoda on screen before.
So I've only started reading one of the books, but I didn't get that far into it. And so here's my question about Yoda to you in the High Republic. Because Yaddle speaks normally with a normal cadence. Do you think a younger Yoda will speak normally?
No. I don't think so.
Because, like, I assumed that the reason why Yoda spoke that way is because that's how his whole species speaks. But
no.
Yaddle does not.
I think because whoever his parents were, I feel like maybe that's how they spoke to him. Or maybe that's how he grew up with his masters and so on and so forth. I don't know.
Because I did hear that also. His master spoke that way, so he's kind of like trying to give homage, I guess, to his master.
Like, we don't know much about Yoda's family, not much of it, same with the species, but, you know.
But a young voice Yoda. We'll hear what he sounds like May the 1st. May the 4th. Who knows? Who knows?
Nubs is apparently a new creature and not an Ewok, because I thought he was an Ewok at first, but then I actually looked at his on Wikipedia page, and it's a completely new creature type.
Yeah, because he's the blue teddy bear looking thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say on the Wikipedia page what his species is called. I don't remember exactly, but definitely not an Ewok.
Right.
So, which begs to question, is he going to have creature voices? Like, D. Bradley Baker is known for doing creature voice, or is he actually going to have, like, a voice, like, Is he going to speak basic or whatever?
Right.
Actual basic.
I mean, it's possible. Like, okay, so if they're gonna go away from the Ewok thing, maybe he's gonna have an actual voice or in speech.
Maybe like a high pitched voice, but he's still speaking in basic.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Because if he speaks,
Yeah, like a character voice.
if he speaks anything other than English at all, people are gonna think he's an Ewok. Even
Exactly.
though he's blue. And it
Yes.
says on Wikipedia is something else. If he speaks anything other than English, like, oh, it's an Ewok. He just sounds weird. No, that's not. Because I know people, I shit you not, I know people who think that the language that the Ewoks speak and the language that the Jawas speak are the same thing.
No. They're not.
I know they're not, but I'm just saying I know people who are just like, no, it's the same. They sound the same. They gotta be the same species.
I mean,
you know?
understandable. Like, it's just all gibberish to people just watching casually, you know?
So, yeah, like, I mean, we'll see. I'm assuming since it's for kids, they'll all speak basic or they'll all speak English or whatever.
Yeah.
Because looking at the animation style, this is for kids. There's no...
This is 100% for kids. Considering it's also going to be on Disney Junior, it says a lot also.
Yeah.
Um,
God, you know what I
Same
meant?
animation style as Alice in Wonderland's Bakery.
I think you said that, yeah. When it was first
Like
announced.
when they first announced it, yeah. Makes me think it's by the same like animation studio, so.
I miss watching
Which is most likely.
Rebels on Disney XD.
Oh yeah.
I miss like waiting for it to show up and just watching it. That's. Ugh.
I think this is the first time in a while we've gotten like a Star Wars TV show on TV.
I think you're right.
In this capacity.
Because everything else has been on Disney Plus like exclusively.
Right.
So, 2 nights, my friends. Now that we have like our news out of the way and our always like our off the deep end theories and things, we are talking about Bad Batch. 2 episodes of Bad Batch to be exact. Episodes 7 and 8, The Clone Conspiracy, and Truth and Consequences.
Where do we even begin?
I have notes up. I don't think we're going to follow the
Good,
notes
okay.
like completely.
So let's just go with it. We'll just go by whatever you wrote down. So
we're back on Coruscant, which is great. Like we're finally getting to see Coruscant. Not in the capacity we thought we'd see it. Because we thought it'd be a rescue mission, but we're in Coruscant. And yeah, so this episode starts with two clones, Slip and Cade. And Cade's like, yo, so it answered a question that I think you and I kind of had, but we never really asked on here, which is like, Camino got destroyed. Camino got destroyed, but no one really talked about it. And,
right, yeah.
And the clones are talking about it, especially these 2 clones. Like Cade, he's like, yo, I told Rampart that I'm gonna let people know he destroyed Camino. He destroyed the casino. That he destroyed Camino, and I'm gonna let people
he'd
know.
probably do that.
Yeah. So, okay. When Camino was destroyed by the clones, was destroyed by the Empire with the help of the clones, were they still under the effects of the inhibitor chip? Because we're led to assume the inhibitor chip is mostly for Order 66. But the way they build it here, it seems like the inhibitor chip, and especially the first season as well, the inhibitor chip is there to like give complete compliance from the clones. Because like before, they had personality, and they were like, you know, like they loved their Jedi and the people they served. And after Order 66, they just went completely like off the deep end, like a complete 160 or 360. So are they like finally, because Rex says it later on in the episode, or even like in like the next episode, are they finally starting to wake up and get rid of the after effects of?
I think that's the case.
Right. Because that's what it sounds like here. It's like Cade's talking about, like, listen, I gotta let people know what we did, and like Slip, the other one, he's like, no, don't, dude, no, like, don't do
So
that.
you like completely skipped over the fact that we saw the 79s again?
Oh yes.
Coruscant?
Yep.
The bar thing where all the clones hang out?
Yep.
Like,
I forgot
I haven't
about
seen
that.
that bar in a while. Long while.
I know. That's a nice from the past. Blast from the past.
Yeah.
So, another question I had while watching this, especially when I was writing the notes. We already saw it once, I think in the previous season or the beginning of the season. They're going to retire. Clones are eventually going to be retired from the Empire, yeah? Do they reproduce and have kids on their own?
Yes.
Because we saw one example of it.
Technically two. Well, I mean, if you want to count Legends, yes. Because Boba has had a kid in Legends.
Fair.
And, so, yes. Clones can reproduce and have children, not just, like, Jango Fett clones, but clones in general, as we've seen in Rise of Skywalker.
Yep. So like freaking. I mean, this episode was very like the Clone Conspiracy didn't have the Bad Batch in it like at all, which was like kind of shocking.
Nope.
Like not at all, and we saw another.
This two episode drop felt like a two-parter though.
It did. I didn't expect to not see
like
our friends in this.
I mean, we did get a whole last episode with just Crosshair, so...
That's true. We got to see Bail, finally.
Bail! Also, that senator from Rogue One.
Yes, Senator Pamlo. Yep.
Pamelo. When I saw her, I immediately went, oh my god, she's from Rogue One. Oh my god. Like, Rogue One connection. We were calling it since, like, day one or something. Like, Bail and stuff. No Mon Mothma, though, which is a little suspicious.
Not yet. I'm sure she must... I don't know. Either they're saving her for
I'm
Andor or
surprised
what?
to not see her. I don't know, but she would be, like, She would be directly involved, though, considering we see her directly involved in Andor with the Empire.
True, but I think...
I don't know. I guess she's off doing something else, like... Maybe, like...
She's still
recruiting Luthen, or... And maybe she's like meeting up with Luthen. I don't know. Like, who knows what Luthen's up to during this time period?
Because like
we did kind of discuss this earlier.
Because like in Andor,
before.
Okay, so in Andor, Mon Mothma is like maybe ankle deep into the rebellion, probably starting to get like knee deep into like what the rebellion is, right? Let's just say she's in it, but she's not fully in it at this point.
I feel like same with the Bail, right?
I don't know. I feel like Bail's been in it since the beginning because he helped hide Leia. He helped Obi-Wan and Yoda escape.
Mm-hmm.
He knows where Obi-Wan is, but he's never going to give him up.
I feel like Senator Pamlo's in on it too, as we saw.
Same.
And then we eventually, after she saw like the Camino footage.
Yes.
I think that's what made her realize that the Empire ain't so great.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Like, if she wasn't in it, wasn't in it before, she's definitely in it after seeing that stuff. Like, I totally agree with that. We got to see Chuchi. She's back.
Rio Chuchi. I was not expecting to see her.
Right?
Season 1 of the Clone Wars. That's how long it's been since we've seen her.
I don't even think was she in the trailer? I don't remember seeing her in the trailer at all.
Nope, just the Senate.
Yeah. Like
Senate and Palpatine, really. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And like I hate to say it, like I didn't get a chance to look at it, but I remember her being in Clone Wars, but I don't remember exactly what story arc in Clone Wars she was in.
Definitely the one with Rex, that's for sure.
I think she did something with Ahsoka.
She did, I think. I don't remember.
Or like Ahsoka was like her bodyguard or some weird shit like that. In fact, no, what I do remember about her mostly was because it was like in season 1 of Clone Wars, right?
Season 1.
That's when they were still kind of getting used to like their animation style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I remember when she showed up, I seriously thought like they fucked up on the character shading of Padme, because she has like the same almost look. She almost looks like Padme, just in blue.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, what's that?
Yes.
Did they fuck up? Oh, it's an actual character. Oh, okay. So when she showed up on screen, I literally said, "Oh, blue Padme," but she's back. So yeah, oh god, like there's a lot happened this episode. Okay.
So yeah, so I already had a list or notes. So.
Okay, so they're talking on the Senate about doing the Conscription Act, or whatever they want to call it, and how they're going to get rid of the clones. And Chuchi's like, yo, we got to represent the clones and stuff because of reasons. And like Rampart, I didn't realize Rampart had that much say in the Senate at all.
Right? Like
I thought he was just like a regular soldier or general or admiral, whatever. Like he didn't go into any Senate shite. Like,
I guess.
Like it was very just like, huh? Like I wasn't expecting him like to have that much power. I know I keep on saying it, but it's just and
For real.
Because and the other question is, so obviously it's because of the story to get to the stormtroopers, right? But the Empire is really pushing to get rid of the clones so they can introduce stormtroopers. And it's
Palpatine planned this out so well.
He did. He really did.
Like, oh my god. When they showed like the whole Camino footage, I thought it was the end of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was the end of him. Like he got arrested by his own clones, and Palpatine had the freaking audacity to then state, "Oh, clones are
bad.
Bad. We should just replace them all with Imperial stormtroopers," whilst he's getting arrested by clones. Like, what is happening? That was some twist there.
I don't think it's the end of Rampart, to be honest with you. Like,
Definitely
I really don't.
Not. I think him and Crosshair are going to meet up again. This time in a prison. I think he's going to break him out, and then Rampart's going to realize that, oh shit, clones ain't bad after all, I guess. And then, I don't know, maybe he'll realize how, like, awful the Empire is after he's been treated by Palpatine like shit.
Well, it's either A,
I don't know.
I agree with that, and maybe he'll defect and be part of the rebellion.
Like Callus.
Yes, exactly.
Oh god. I don't want to compare him with Callus too early, but at the same time...
But Callus experienced the same thing almost.
Right?
So...
Right? Almost.
I could see that.
Was the main antagonist in the first season, and then in the later seasons he becomes like an anti-hero and then a hero.
And then he became what's it called? The call sign.
Oh, Fulcrum.
Fulcrum. Yeah, I think he became Fulcrum.
Like Ahsoka and Cassian.
Yep. So
Another Andor reference. Ahsoka.
So either A, he's gonna defect and join the rebellion, or B,
I don't think he's going to join the rebellion this early, but he's definitely going to defect from the Empire, for sure.
And start his own thing, probably. Hell, maybe he's the one who starts a clone revolution. Who knows?
That would be a twist, if that was the case. God, it's too early to tell, but definitely another Crosshair Rampart team up, for sure.
Or, they're like, what, Rampart, you fucked up, so any dangerous mission we have, we're sending you, and we don't expect you to come back. So,
God, I hope,
either go do it and possibly live, or don't, and we will execute you publicly. You have a choice. One of which you will die. The other one, you might not die, and you will come home, but we'll send you another one that will probably kill you.
I want to know, like, a freaking assassin clone that wasn't Crosshair. That was surprising.
Yes. So, okay. So obviously, when the whole I had two thoughts of who the assassin clone was when they first popped up, especially doing like the.
Okay.
I thought yes, Crosshair, Or B,
And I was
just
like, wait, but Crosshair's like doesn't have that outfit yet, or doesn't have that outfit at all, and is like,
well, I was thinking also
doing something else.
possibly Fennec Shan in disguise.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking Fennec Shand at all, because Fennec was doing bounty hunter stuff, like on her own, not working for the Empire.
I mean, money's
Yeah.
money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the unnamed assassin clone, that I did not expect at all.
Which got me thinking early version of the Dark Trooper?
You think? Ooh.
Like, because I think it, like, no name, like, just purely trained to kill.
Right.
He had the teeth thing, like one of the officers in Andor had when he killed himself. When he shocked himself.
Yeah.
That same season in which Dark Troopers show up, so in Mandalorian.
Huh. So do you think? Because
How did he know who Rex was if like he
exactly? I was gonna bring that up also.
like brings up so many questions.
So I mean,
Sucks that he had to die though.
if you think about it, Rex is technically easy to spot amongst the clones. He's the only one that has like
And
blonde
he was
hair.
he's probably like a celebrity with the clone. He's like the most popular
Yeah,
that everyone knows, I guess. That every one of the clones know.
I agree. I think like they all knew him in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And yeah, he knew Rex. And I guess so. One of the things that the Bad Batch brings up, especially Echo in the second episode, or episode 8, is that
My God.
Why would a clone attack a clone like that? Why, like, I guess it makes it seem like clones would never attack each other because it's like not in their nature or programming, which means this guy was reprogrammed somehow, either through the inhibitor chip or whatever. But he does say, like, before he kills himself, you're fighting on the wrong side, brother. I'm a true believer. So what does that mean?
Who was he reprogrammed by?
Either he was reprogrammed by
Palpatine?
Rampart, or
No.
well, why wouldn't he reprogram him?
I don't know if he was reprogrammed by Rampart. Like, yes, Crosshair was somewhat reprogrammed by Rampart in season 1.
Was he though?
Like, kind of. Like, yeah, he still had the...
I thought he removed it. I remember like something where Crosshair said he removed the chip on his own, and everything he's doing as a free will.
Oh, maybe that's it.
I remember that possibly being a thing. I mean, I could be wrong, but I remember
God,
something.
I don't know. I remember something about Crosshair, like... thing. I don't remember.
Well, and here's the other thing. The assassin clone was specifically a sniper. So...
Just like Crosshair.
yeah, why...
Maybe he's like a more advanced version of Crosshair?
Maybe? Like, why go through all the effort?
Is Crosshair like a beta for like...
all of them? Maybe.
all future Imperial clones?
But they're not going to use clones. So, see, this is where it gets, like, confusing for me. And, like, I know it's, like, Star Wars armor, Star Wars lore, whatever you want to call it. But, like, okay. So, Rampart's on a mission to get rid of clones, right? That is his whole thing. So, he can, like, start having stormtroopers.
If he wants to get rid of clones, why would he want to...
use a clone to be his assassin?
Unless it wasn't Rampart that did it.
That reprogrammed them? I don't know. Because again, if this guy's a sniper and he can hit anyone from anyone, then why not just use Crosshair? I mean, yes.
Exactly.
He doesn't trust Crosshair right now because Crosshair lied about the Bad Batch, about Clone Force 99. So he probably does not trust him fully. But still, it's like, why go through all the effort to use a clone if we're trying to get rid of the clones? Like, did he want to keep them as his own army? Like his own tools to use? Like if they die, they die. It doesn't matter. And if a conscripted guy dies, it makes sense.
Did Palpatine do this?
Reprogram the clone? Maybe.
I mean... Or someone on Camino?
Or maybe some of the clones have more Jango than they realize in them.
Actually, no. End of season 1. Remember when Nala Se went to like the science lab thingy?
Yeah.
What if Nala Se did that shit?
Maybe.
We haven't seen her yet, and she's like with some other scientists there.
She's still running. Yeah, no, you're right. She's still running around doing something.
Maybe. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of more convinced Nala Se did this now.
So yeah, it's
the help of the Empire.
Like this episode was definitely the very. It gave me Andor vibes because it was very like cloak and dagger, espionage, spy versus spy type. I mean,
there were a lot of Andor connections, so
there were, there definitely were.
With the two characters.
So
and Palpatine.
And Palps. Well, Palps comes later in Truth and Consequences.
Yes, but he's connected to everything, so he's
Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Oh my god.
So, another thing we got to see, which I'm happy about, we finally got to see Gonk, which answered that question.
Yes, Gonky lives. I was so happy to see Gonky. I was like convinced that we would never see Gonky. And
Same.
He lives.
But we had Gonky. Omega was meditating. Yep. Which is... I don't think she's force sensitive per se.
Definitely not.
But
she's definitely like believes in it in a spiritual level, not like in a literal way.
But I think it goes back to my earlier theory where she's like an upgrade to the clones, and she'll try to learn anything to the best degree of anything you show her. Because she's trying to meditate like actually meditate, and she learned off all the other clones really quickly.
And she learned from Fee.
Say again?
She learned from Fee.
Yeah.
And Sid.
Yep. From everybody.
So we see her how she negotiates in like episode 4, was it? Or episode 3?
Faster?
When she was like negotiating very like with Sid's like rival.
I think it was 3.
Yeah. She probably learned how to negotiate with people from Sid.
Yeah. So she learns quick. And it foreshadowed this episode.
Yeah, and like considering she hangs out a little bit with Rio Chuchi, really foreshadows what Omega might do in the future.
Yeah.
Political wise.
Because
yeah.
Like, okay. Because she got along with Chuchi like instantly. Because when like they all got introduced, she says hello, like a little kid, like hello, like really quick to Chuchi, which is kind of cute. And she learns really quick. So you're right. There's nothing to say she won't do something in the political world when she's older, or maybe she joins the rebellion in some way, shape, or form. Because
that would be freaking cool if she joined the rebellion, but is like with like Bail or Mon Mothma or something.
Because this episode foreshadowed.
Does meet Bail.
Yeah, she meets Bail.
And
the episode,
we don't see her with Bail in the future, though, which concerns me.
I mean, I'm sure they'll write it in somewhere where like he went on a mission and she was there or something. Like this is still 6 months after Order 66.
Yes.
Like Order 66 is still fresh, so like they could write her into anything and they could probably make it work. It's a big enough galaxy. But yeah, I know we're skipping ahead, but did you think Echo would do what Echo did in this episode?
No. I wasn't even anticipating him to just split off from the group this early.
Yeah.
Which concerns me. Which also concerns me is that we do not see Echo in Rebels, and there's literally a base called Echo Base on Hoth, and
Oh.
that probably means that the base was named after Echo. Think about that.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
So I don't think he's gonna survive past Rebels, or at least this show.
Probably not.
Unfortunately.
If you,
I hope I'm wrong about this.
If you rewatch the episode a second time, which is gonna make me want to pay attention to every single episode after this now. If you rewatch this episode a second time, Truth and Consequences, they foreshadow it hard that Echo's gonna leave. Like, really fucking hard. Because Omega wants them to Omega wants to show him how to meditate, and Echo's like, no, I don't like solitude. I like being with my brothers, and I already had enough solitude on the planet when they kind of kidnapped me. I'm so glad that the Clone Force 99 found me, because I can actually I belong here helping my brothers. It's like they foreshadowed hard he was going to leave, like really damn hard. Like, they didn't really say it, but if you watch it the second time, you're like, fuck, they said it right. They kind of showed it right.
At least he's reuniting with Rex.
Mm-hmm. So, ooh.
I mean, I hope they all meet up again, like at the finale.
Same.
Which is like, he can't just split off this early from the group, you know?
Well, I mean, he says at the end it's only for now.
Oh, yeah, and like, hopefully Crosshair will eventually join them when he eventually realizes that he needs his brothers.
Yeah.
His close brothers, I mean, not his other brothers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, the batch. I think this going forward is gonna, like, eventually end up with all of them together again. Including Echo and Crosshair.
Well, the episode dropping this Wednesday is called The Crossing. So...
The Crossing. I wonder what this episode is going to be about.
Right? It could mean anything.
I mean, it can be Crosshair centric. It can literally be about Crosshair reuniting with the Batch.
Mm-hmm.
Or hopefully we see Cody again, because Cody just
disappeared.
I don't know. Maybe Crossing can be about someone crossing paths with, like, I mean, who are the other two clones that show up in Rebels that we haven't seen yet that hang out with Rex?
You're right. God, what are their names? Fudge.
What are their names? Wolf and... Is it Wolf? I don't remember.
Hang on, let me look it up really quick.
I'm terrible at clone names and trying to remember them all. Maybe we will get how they all meet up again. I don't know.
Lost. Rex, Wolf, and Gregor.
Yeah, Wolf and Gregor.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see them in Bad Batch.
Ah, maybe. Yeah, we haven't seen them yet.
So they all hang out with each other in Rebels, so might as well, right?
Yeah, they're all living together on that walker, so... Thoughts on Ian McDermott coming back to voice Palpatine?
I'm not surprised, because he also voiced Palpatine in Rebels.
True. This is true.
And he started voicing Palpatine again in other projects.
Except Lego
So
Star
I'm very glad that Ian McDermott's getting Palpatine roles again.
Yeah, me too.
I love Sam Witwer as Maul and Palpatine, but in this context, I think Ian McDermott in this specific Palpatine role makes a lot of sense.
when he I was like, I agree. I did love Sam Witwer's Palpatine, but Ian McDermott, when he speaks or says something, it sounds fucking like just scary. Especially this, when he's like talking about like how he wants to institute like the stormtroopers and like it has come to my attention the way that the clones follow orders without disregard, and it's like it sounds very just like, I know it's the point of it, but it sounds very just fascist the way he speaks, and he says it so goddamn well. Like ooh. And the
I was surprised we didn't see Sly more at this meeting.
Which one was Sly Moore again?
Sly Moore, bald chick.
Oh, the one we made the meme about. Yeah.
The one we made the meme about, the one that was name dropped.
Yep.
In Andor.
Yep.
We did not see
at all, ever. Like,
Sly Moore is still around. Like, she was with Palpatine 6 months ago when he was like officially like creating the Galactic Empire after Order 66, remember? In Episode 3?
Yep.
So, I don't know where Sly Moore is. She's probably hanging out with some other Imperial, like, people, you know?
I mean, we know she survives all the way to Andor, so we know that. So...
And Andor is like a few years after, so...
Yep. About 15 years after all this shit, I think. Right? Yeah.
No, because Leia is like 6 or 7. Leia and Luke are like kids. Not yet teens. Think about how old the twins are and how old Ezra is. Right?
Yeah, because Ezra's the same age as them, right?
Yes.
Give or take.
And Luke and Leia are like 6 or 7 or 8. Around those ages, I don't remember, but they're definitely kids, definitely not teens, so not a few years after this. So...
But I thought Andor takes place like 5 years before the
Oh, I was thinking of Obi-Wan. Never mind. I was thinking about Obi-Wan.
That's what I mean.
And still kind of relevant, right?
It is. But we know she survives all up until Andor because she's name dropped, so we know she's in there.
Yes.
And again, that's 15 years after all this shit, so she's going to be alive for a while. What kills her or what doesn't, we don't know, but we know she's going to be alive for a while. But yeah, like it's cool to see Omega trying to like it's like one of the
Omega
first
with the poncho though, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was nice. Now I thought Rampart interacted with Omega in the first season. Did he not?
That is an excellent question. Hold on. No, Omega interacted with Kaminoans and did Rampart ever meet Omega? No, I don't. No?
Because they meet in this.
Hold on.
Omega knew who he was. Rampart really didn't know or wasn't paying attention. But also when her and Chuchi go to meet up with Senator, what's her name? Tony, the one who basically was like the senator for Kamino. She looks at Omega for a second, is intrigued, like she knew who she was.
I met Omega. I don't remember if he met Omega in season 1.
Neither do I, but I feel like he would have. Because he spent a lot of time on Kamino. Well,
he has definitely met the Batch.
Like, he met the Batch, and then he sent the Batch to go take out Saw Gerrera and his troop.
No, yeah, because he was on Kamino when Omega was there. Like, wasn't he Lama Su and Omega, like...
I thought so, but maybe not.
God, this is like the Superman effect here, where like Clark Kent puts on Superman puts on sunglasses and he's Clark Kent and a completely different person.
Mm.
Rampart, Jesus.
Like, again, I could be completely wrong, but I swear to God they met.
Same. I'm like, wait a minute. They probably did. I'm thinking of a different officer that was with them. It was definitely... Oh God. This is gonna bother me for a bit now. I'm trying to look for information. Let me actually go on his Wikipedia page. Maybe that will answer. I don't know. Am I thinking of Tarkin? I don't know.
Because Omega's definitely still important in this series, in this world.
Yes.
Excuse me. How? I don't know. But she's definitely still very important in what they're doing and what's going on with their stuff, their things. So I am intrigued as to what they are doing.
Okay, so him and Mama Sue have met.
Right.
I'm trying to like...
Oh, maybe they... Hold on.
He has to know of Omega and what she looks like.
Maybe they never did meet.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Because wasn't, what's her name, trying to hide her a lot? Oh God, what was her name? The female coming over. Nalase, yeah. Because she was...
Nalase's the one that's...
Because she was like Nalase's assistant, more or less, in the first season. And I think she was trying to hide her like at all costs because of like what she was and all that good stuff. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she didn't. Maybe they didn't meet.
Nope. I'm seeing that he's met the Batch, but not Omega.
Okay. I guess could he not recognize she's a clone? I guess not.
And like, okay, Dave. I mean, the freaking Kaminoan senator didn't recognize that she was a clone until Omega literally said she was a clone. So.
Right. That is also true.
So.
Good point. That is very, very, very true.
I was honestly expecting that Kaminoan senator to be like, "Oh my God, wait a minute, what? You have a clone with you? What's up with that?"
Like, I know you.
Shouldn't she know what their species look like, or at least the clones from her planet look like? No. Guess she doesn't really care enough.
That too. She did make it apparent, like, she's like, oh yeah, my people are dead. The other Kaminoans spread across the galaxy, they're not important to me. Ah! Like, I don't care about any of them. Ah!
Nalase is currently in captivity, or currently working with the scientists, as I mentioned earlier, and Lamasu's dead.
Yep.
So, that's the status there. So yeah, I hope we see Nalase in future episodes, because I want to know more about what she's up to.
I wonder if that has to do with the last episode.
I hope we see more Republic Commandos, because I think in some teaser footage or trailer footage we did see some Republic Commandos, so...
Yeah, that's true. We did see them a little bit here, kinda. Not Republic Commandos.
Dark Trooper.
Yeah. So...
Oh, that's my theory, though. That's not confirmed. But, I mean, it's a plausible theory. Because version 00.1, I don't know. Or 0.001 version. I don't know how. Whatever. It's a beta.
Beta. Any closing thoughts on these episodes?
There's a lot to take in, that's for sure.
It is. And it's like...
No sign of Crosshair.
Nope.
I was actually surprised to see no Crosshair at all. Considering the first episode only had Rampart, really.
Yeah.
And the unnamed, like, sniper clone.
What I find...
I wonder if Crosshair even knows about the existence of this. Well, probably not.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. No, there's no way in hell he does. I'm sure he doesn't. I just find it interesting how when we watch like the live action shows, I don't know what it is about the live action versus like the animated ones, but we watch the live action shows, we can kind of dissect it pretty easily, right? More or less.
Yeah.
Whereas with the animated shows, it's like
This is our first animated show we're kind of talking about, aren't we?
it is. It really is. Definitely our first animated show we're talking about. But I don't know. It feels like a lot happens in the half hour of that the show runs, but it's kind of hard to like get it out and talk about because it's like what the
maybe because in animation it's like kind of fast for us, but in like live action it's like pretty well paced.
maybe like maybe it's harder for us to watch cartoons nowadays. I don't want to admit it, but I mean
Maybe. I mean, who knows how we'll be dissecting the kids show, the animated kids show in Visions.
because they fit a lot into like a half hour, like a lot, like
Yeah.
like
I think how long like the kids show will be, probably like 15 minutes
Maybe.
each episode.
no, because if it's on Disney,
But it's gonna be on Disney Junior too.
that's what I mean. It'll probably will be. Well, correction.
It's for kids, so and kids' attention spans can't really last for long. So
It'll probably be a half hour on Disney Junior because it's Disney Junior, but without commercials, it's probably more like 20 minutes or 15 minutes, like you were saying.
yeah, sure. I mean, it's probably maybe two episodes in one or something. I don't know how they work, but we'll see.
Because I did notice, like when writing the notes for this, like when we write the notes for, or when I write the notes for the live action shows, I can pretty much keep up with watching it while I'm writing. Whereas with these, I can't. It's just like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Hang on, let me go back. Like I gotta pause it, look back at it. What did it just say? Like it's just boom, 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 boom. Stuff happens, but
Yeah.
nothing's missed at all. Like at all. And like we had like 2 clones get assassinated in the episode 7. Two clones get assassinated. We found like a sniper clone. Rex shows up. Like we know Rampart's up to something. They're trying something like stormtroopers. And then like next episode, it's like the Bad Batch show up. They're stealing the plans from Rampart's ship, which is kind of dope. Like Wrecker's still afraid of heights, which is funny. Like he's still afraid of heights? I think he was better. This is better. Like it's just a lot. Like it's all boom, boom, boom. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just
Fast paced.
yeah, very, very, very fast paced.
As I was saying, like it's probably the pace is a little slower in live action. Probably that's
Yeah.
why our attention spans are like, oh,
We're adults. We
No.
can watch this, which, technically speaking, Bad Batch is for the adults because everyone who grew up watching Clone Wars is watching this.
and there are deaths in this show. So
Yes, they do not sugarcoat around people dying
nope,
in this
nope.
at all. With that said, folks, let us
On
know
that note,
what you think in the comments below about these last 2 episodes of the Bad Batch. Definitely watch it.
What are your predictions for next episodes? The Crossing, because I kind of talked about mine.
We already got Gunji. The Emperor showed up. We got Bail Organa. So stuff we want to see, we are seeing. The Crossing. Probably running into Cody. I'll steal that. I'll steal that from you. Like running into Cody, because I could see that. Or them finding out because Echo's gone.
Oh my god, Hauser!
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen him since season 1.
I forgot about him
Hauser and the Syndulas.
because they're still out there. Maybe we might see Kanan again. I don't know.
And we got Gunji.
Yeah, we got Gunji. We might see Kanan again, showing up.
What would Kanan be doing now? Because that whole comic thing has been retconned, basically.
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't meet with Hera until much, much later. I know
No,
that.
much. Yeah.
So,
Unless they retcon it again.
yeah.
Oh, they've known each other since they were kids. That's how they know each other. Then, I mean, I can totally see them go that route. But,
Yeah.
who knows with Dave Filoni these days?
I want to play with all my toys in the episodes. I don't know. Like, we've gotten, for me, all the characters.
Nala Se. I want to see Nala Se again.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, all the characters I wanted to see show up in this season
Showed up.
have shown up. So it's
Yeah,
not
same. Yeah.
it's not bad. So I'm just gonna not predict too much this next episode and just
Okay.
enjoy it.
That's fair.
Because honestly, I don't know what to predict now. Like, anything.
Yeah, I mean, no one was expecting Rio Chuchi to show up, so...
Yes. Like, anything I throw right now is just, I'm trying to see what sticks to the wall. That's it. Like,
Yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna get Grogu. Slap.
I know, right? There he is. Ah, Grogu.
I mean, we still don't know much of his backstory, so just snippets. And oh my god, wait! Mando Season 3 comes out in 2 weeks.
It does. On
Oh,
March
God.
1st, the same episode as Metamorphosis. That's the episode's going to be on March 1st as Mando.
God. Jesus, we're gonna have a lot to cover
Yar.
that day.
Yar.
How are we gonna do that?
Well, I mean, we're going to have Star Wars news probably, and then,
Oh, definitely.
yeah, we're going to...
We'll figure it out. We'll definitely more new content for sure. But,
Anyway, friends, let us know what you think about this episode down below. Give us any comments and likes and follows and all that good stuff. If you want to find us on the socials, you can find us on Twitter at Ilum Radio. You can also find us on Instagram at Ilum Radio, as well as TikTok at Ilum Radio. If you want to send us a suggestion for an episode or something that has Star Wars content you want us to talk about, send us an email to ilumradiopodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to find us directly, Millie, where can they find you?
you guys can find me on Twitter at me_Halperin and Instagram at Millie_Halperin.
If you guys want to find me, you can find me on Twitter at Dave the Bearded Menace right there below. You can also find me on Instagram on Twitter I am the Bearded Menace because someone stole Dave the Bearded Menace. On Instagram I am Dave the Bearded Menace. On TikTok I am Dave the Bearded Menace. If you want to hang out with Millie and I during a live stream, because every now and then she does hang out in my live stream on Twitch, completely derailing chats.
Yes, whenever I'm available.
It's going to be twitch.tv/Dave the Bearded Menace if you want to hang out and goof off with me in a chat while I paint Gundams and Warhammer stuff. Anyway, friends, that is it for us. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. And as always, be easy, stay frosty, and may the Force be with you. Take care, guys. Peace.